Welcome back. Today in Sacramento, the Newsom administration unveiled the governor's proposed budget for the next fiscal year, but not in attendance the governor himself. He remains in Southern California due to the destructive wildfires. Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace joins us with a look at Newsom's spending proposal and what it means for fire victims.
Well, here it is, all 140 pages of the governor's preliminary budget for the next fiscal year. It's a proposed budget allocating billions of dollars to address key issues facing the state, including homelessness and education. But right now, the big focus is on the fires. As Governor Gavin Newsom remains in the fire zone in Southern California, here in Northern California at the state capitol on this deadline date to present the governor's proposed preliminary state budget for the next fiscal year. As a result of the fires, unlike most years, it was not the governor who presented the state's proposed spending plan. Instead, California Department of Finance Director Joe Steffenshaw filled in.
The budget is balanced.
In total, this is a proposed $322.3 billion budget. Among its spending priorities, fire resources. Steffenshaw saying the state has allocated $2.5 billion in ongoing spending for fire prevention, fuel reduction, and forest health. Another $1.5 billion is going toward climate protection programs, including those addressing extreme heat and dry conditions. The budget also proposes 16 new helicopters and 7 new C-130 aircraft. As for other resources, the state has hired 2,400 new CAL FIRE firefighters since 2018, and the governor's proposed budget calls for funding to hire an additional 700 in the coming year. And as for the fire victims themselves, the governor's team saying any money victims receive from a settlement over wildfires would be tax exempt. What is the message you hope this budget sends to the wildfire victims?
We're not only thinking of them, but doing everything that we can to help them as they navigate through responding to this incident.
Steffenshaw says a commitment from the Biden administration to cover 100% of the costs of the fires for the next 180 days will help. But Governor Newsom and his team have long acknowledged they feel uneasy about remarks President-elect Donald Trump has made threatening to withhold certain wildfire disaster relief funding if Newsom does not approve certain Trump-backed policies Trump says will result in more water for California. Newsom disputes that. Looking ahead,
we hope that we continue to have the support that we've always had from the federal government.
As for other spending priorities, the budget allocates more than $118 billion for public schools and $100 million for local governments to address encampments. While the Newsom administration says the budget comes with a $363 million surplus, the nonpartisan Legislative Analyst's Office recently released this report showing the state faces $20 to $30 billion projected deficits in future years through 2029. Republicans accuse Newsom of presenting a budget that spends too much and focuses on results too little.
We need to look at outcomes. What good is spending if you don't know what you're going to accomplish?
So next for Newsom, in the coming months, he will negotiate his spending priorities with the legislature. Then in May, he will present his updated proposed budget for the next fiscal year. Reporting at the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.